and welcome back to my channel. Please, I beg, do not get onto me. I know I've been MIA for a couple of months, but I have good reasons. I was evolving, I was changing, I was growing. There's just a lot of things that I had to sort out, and I didn't want to produce mediocre content. But I'm back and I'm better now, and baby girl, I'm aiming to be consistent. I'm even gonna say this to keep me accountable. I'm gonna aim to upload one video a week for y'all. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, my name's Nashada, and this channel is all about personal development, just basically getting real. That's my new line. We get real on this channel. We talk about real life issues, depression, heartache, anxiety, just real life issues that I feel like people shy away from healing, which is a topic I'm going to explore in depth because that is so important. For everybody who's come back and watched my channel, you know I love y'all. Thank you for the support, because YouTube ain't easy. Like, it's not easy. But anyway, let's get into the video. Today I'm doing a get ready with me, get to know me. I feel like I just came boom on the channel and you guys don't really know too much about me. So I asked my Instagram and I asked my Snapchat to ask me videos, you know, to ask me questions about me. And I just want to let you in a bit more, because if I'm going to be talking about real stuff and you don't even know who I am, you're gonna be thinking, who is this girl and what, like, who is this girl? So yeah, I just want to let you in a bit more about who Nashada is, you know, who she is. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to share. I can't even remember how many subscribers I'm on now, but we're on the road to 1k. Let's just put that out there. We're on the road to 1k. I've never done one of these before, so this is going to be very, very interesting, because I'm kind of have to multitask, and sometimes multitasking hurts my brain, but we're gonna you know, work it out. So firstly, I'm going to start with my hair. Excuse me for looking over here, but let me tell you who done my hair. I'm gonna plug you. This girl is the bomb. Her name is the Lush Lab, and I'm gonna put her Instagram page on one of these sides. I haven't worked out which side it is yet, but it's gonna be on one of these sides. Off by doing my hair, and the first question is, do you find it hard being a Christian? That's a good question. Would I say I find it hard? No, I don't find it hard being a Christian, but there are hard moments within being a Christian. And I think the hardest points is when you know what's right and you have to do what's right even though you don't feel like it. So for those of you that, I'm pretty sure a lot of you must have heard of this, what conviction is. Oh, so basically guys, I'm using Kira Care, the wax stick that costs too much money. That's what we call it. It's just too much money, but it's okay. It leaves you looking cutie. Yeah, so I think it's conviction. So say if I don't know, somebody's shouting at me, I'm in an argument, the right thing to do would not be to retaliate, is to, you know, show grace and just be calm and collective. So I say in moments like that, it's really hard. Or when what else is another scenario that I'm talking about? Or when somebody is mistreating you and you have to have grace. Grace is a big thing that I'm learning, and it's basically to just not bypass what somebody does, but to show mercy, just as Christ shows mercy on us. So I would say I don't find it hard to be a Christian, but it can be challenging. It can be challenging when you know you have to do right. And I'd say it can also be hard at times when you have to trust God, when things are not looking right and you have to trust him. I'd say that's when it's hard. But I don't find it hard being a Christian. I kind of find it exhilarating, and that may be really weird to say, but I find it exhilarating knowing that my life is in God's hands and I don't always know where it's going to take me. But it really does develop me and produce like character, if that makes sense. It's from DolaHairMall company. I'm going to also put on one of the sides too, and it's a 5x5 closure HD lace, and it's 18 inches. But because I'm really tiny, 18 inches is quite long on me. Let me even plug another business. I got this necklace from Glacier London on Instagram. I'm gonna put her there too, and I also got this ring from her. She is the bomb diggy bomb, and I'm gonna get some more stuff from her in the near future. How do you find nice pieces of clothing / my favorite shops? How do I find? So guys, I'm just using a hot comb. Wahal, I think that's how you say it. I don't really know, but it's okay. I don't need to know, it just does the job. How do I find nice pieces of clothing? I just look for them. Do you know what I mean? I just scout. I mainly shop from PLT, like most people do, and Misguided. And when Boris wasn't ruining our life, I would just like go out and go into shops. I don't really have a favorite shop. Primark is, I think it used to be underrated, but it's not underrated anymore. But Primark is also the bomb diggity bomb. So I'd say my favorite shops is PLT and Primark. I'm not really a Zara babe or a H&M babe, but I'm getting older, so I feel like I need to. But yeah, like I don't really have favorite shops, or I don't really stick to shops. I kind of just, whatever I like, to be fair. So I just find things by just looking. Cooking tutorials soon. See, I would, but I have a business, so I can't really share too much, but I'm not saying no, but for now it is. How to stay close with God during these times. What helps you the most? Example, Bible plan. So I've even been asking God myself, how do I stay close to you? Especially when church is not a thing, how do I stay close to you? And one thing that comes to my mind straight away is consistency. How do you stay close to friends? How do you stay close to a partner? You have to be consistent with them. Spend time with him every day. I don't mean spend hours with him every day. And this is something that I'm still learning, so I can only give you advice on based on what I know and what I'm learning. But one thing I know is consistency is definitely a thing. Bible plans are really good, and Bible plans actually got me through some very hard moments in my life that I think I will one day share. I'm really scared too, but I know it will really help a lot of people, so I have no time to be scared. But yeah, Bible plans really help. I would say good friends that are on the same wavelength as you. One thing I posted on my snap this week was get around fire, because fire spreads. So if you have friends that are on fire for Christ, you have no choice really but to get on fire too. Like, you don't actually have a choice. Fire spreads, so believe it or not, you'd be convicted into getting on the program. Do you know what I mean? So I would say you stay close and consistent with close to God, by being consistent and surrounding yourself with people who want to be just as close with God, because then you push each other, whether you like know it or not. Like, you just one day realize, raw, like, we've been doing this for a while, or we've been doing well, and that's just because fire spreads. Do you know what I mean? So let's just get into this. Let's get into this. Just talk to me nice. Thank you. But yeah, so that's how I'd say you stay close, and just making sure you have time where you're intimate with God. You stay close to God by being vulnerable with him. It's true, God does already know how you feel, but I think people are gonna get so annoyed because I always explain God like this, but I say God, he's a gentleman. He's a gentleman, and so he only goes where he's invited. He doesn't force himself upon you. He will wait to be invited. He will wait before he enters. And so I always tell my friends and people who ask me stuff like this that you have to invite God in. So another way you stay close to God is in actually like physically, verbally inviting him into your life. So when you're praying, say, God, you know what, I invite you into my life. I invite you into my healing. I invite you and I need your help. I would say that's how you stay close to God, because the people that you're most vulnerable with, I'm pretty sure you're the most closest with. So the friends that I open up to, that see the Nashada that a lot of people don't see, I'm very vulnerable with them. Like, there's been times where I've actually messaged one of my friends. She knows who she is, and I know she's watching this because she's a real MVP, and I open up to her like I've never opened up before, just because she's just amazing. And I have no other word to say, but she's just amazing. Like, there's even been a time where I messaged her and I was like, I'm over this. I'm over being a Christian. I said it to her. Like, not that she'll tell you because you don't know who she is, but she knows. And we're really close. It's weird because we don't see each other a lot, but we do talk quite a bit actually. But my point is with that is when you're vulnerable with somebody, you're close to somebody, you trust them. And yes, I think it's a lot, and I think I'll do like a whole video on it. But for the most part, I would say you've got to be consistent, make sure you're vulnerable, and get around people who want to be just as close to God as you are. Because as I said, fire spreads. But guys, let's get into this. Like, So the next question, sorry if you hear noise in the background, my mom's running the bar. Skincare routine, your skin is glowing, by the way. I don't know how to take compliments, but thank you. And I don't really have a skin routine. I know it's so annoying because usually people with good skin always say this, but I'll show you what I do. But I really don't have a skincare routine. I use any products and any cream, but I have been using 2 creams recently, so I may do a little IGTV on my Instagram, which I'm going to put on one of these sides, and you better get following. Oh, this is a good question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I ain't gonna share too much because you know people be weirdos, but I definitely see myself, because I can't really have 2 businesses right now. I know in the next 5 years I'll probably have about 2 more minimum. Facts. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income, so we don't stop at one business. So yeah, I definitely see myself having more than one business. You're very successful, let's just say that. And if you're the real MVP and you're really loyal, you're able to see that all unfold right here on this channel. So don't go anywhere, don't go anywhere, don't do it. But yeah, just being really successful and really, I would say for the most part, stepping into my calling, like what God actually wants me to be, the woman that he wants me to be, really walking in that, I would say. I'm not saying it's going to take me 5 years, but I really want to be walking in that by then, do you know what I mean? What's your breakfast to eat? There's one friend, her name's Harriet. And if you're watching this, Harriet, you need to hurry up and start your channel too, because we're waiting. There's a breakfast that I make all the time. I think not a lot of people have had it because I recently started making it. But it's scrambled egg, yeah. It may not sound nice, but it's really nice. Scrambled egg with onions, tomatoes and cheese and some seasoning, but it's secret. I can't tell you this because if I decide to sell this one day, y'all gonna know my recipe and they'd be stupid. I gotta be wise. And I have that with beans and spring onions and cheese in it and unsmoked thick bacon. Like, do you know, that is heaven on a plate. Like, the way I look forward to that breakfast is not normal. So that's what, if I have breakfast, what I eat, or any cereal, whatever cereal's in my house. But it's bad, I get so busy that I forget to eat breakfast. It's not a good thing, but please let me know how many of you actually eat breakfast, because that's a thing that went out the window, I think, in like secondary school. Like that, it just went out the window. But it's bad because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Favorite color? Pink. It's pink, nothing more, nothing less. That's the best color in the world. Ooh, favorite trainer of all time? Oh, that one's hard. Oh, do I have a favorite trainer? I can't lie, I think I do. I think it's this, whatever this is. It looks a bit rusty crusty, sorry. These are J1s, aren't they? Yeah, we're gonna go J1s. Favorite trainer. They're just cute, they're sturdy enough, they do the job and they look cute on my cute little feet. I'm a size 4/3 for anybody who wants to buy me a present or send random gifts to my house, or my PO box, because it'd be scary if you knew where I lived. But yeah, if you just want to bless me for Christmas, then I don't object to that at all. So yeah, that's my favorite trainer of all time. Next question. When did you start building your relationship with Christ? That's a question that I've actually got quite a lot. Yeah, I've got that quite a lot. And I'd say I seriously started doing that November of last year, when I left university and my previous relationship ended. I know y'all gonna want a story time on that, and I will, because that relationship that ended, it wasn't a bad relationship, it was a really good one, but I believe God had different plans for the both of us, let's put it that way. But that relationship, I think the ending of that relationship taught me so much. It was so weird. Like, it was the hardest moment of my life, but I learned so much. I think it was actually a breakthrough, and it's actually what propelled me into the amazing woman that I am today and the amazing woman that I am becoming, period. So yeah, video on that loading soon, but that one's, it's a bit personal, so yeah, I would say I started building it last year November because I just felt so lost, and I just needed somebody that I could talk to all the time and trust and rely on, and that was God. I'm gonna move on to my face, my everyday makeup. It's quite basic, I don't do too much because I'm not really a makeup babe, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll show you what I do. First, I start off with clear mascara. I use it for my eyebrows today. But yeah, so I took it seriously about last year November because I was just in a really bad place, and I knew that God was the only way that I could heal, grow, develop. I went through so much, and again, that's gonna have to be another video because it's quite deep, and really it is my testimony actually. So yeah, that's when I really started developing my relationship with Christ and taking it a lot seriously, because really, like, I actually had to, because if I didn't, God knows where I'd be. I would be in a place where I know would be really difficult to get out, and where the woman of God that God has for me to be wouldn't be, if that makes sense. So yeah, about a year ago, and it was the best decision I've made because I've literally become a new woman. Like, I've become a new person. I feel like people who met me at the start of the year, I'm completely different now because of all that I've been through. But yeah, that wasn't the question you asked. But yeah, basically from November. So I use Revlon. Again, guys, I just pick up makeup. I'm not an MUA. And I literally just this is my everyday makeup. I literally just do concealer. For my everyday makeup. I don't really like foundation, you know. So the next question is, most embarrassing thing you've done can remember. That's a hard question. Now I'm using NYX. That's a hard question, yeah, because I'm a clown. For those people that know me, like, I'm a clown. I'm always doing something silly. So where most people think that I'm embarrassing myself, this is me, and I don't give a flying toss. But this may not be embarrassing to other people, but it's really embarrassing to me, yeah. I ordered some food, yeah, from Deliveroo or something like that, and the guy obviously came and dropped it to my house, and he was like, "Here you go, enjoy your food," and I was like, "You too," and I was just like, how can he enjoy his food? Where is his food? So for me, I found that was so embarrassing. I was just like, Nashada, who says that? But you know, when like you're just so used to saying like you too, like somebody says have a good day, you're like you too. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a common thing to say. Do you know what I mean? So I said that. So I think that for me that was really embarrassing. But other than that, I don't really have embarrassing thing that happens to me. And if I do, I'll laugh it off. Or I'm a clown anyway, so people may just think that that's just something that I do. So it helps being a clown, it does. Question is, qualities you look for in friendships. That's a good question, because I've learned a lot about friendships. A lot, especially from November last year to this year. Oh my gosh, it's been a whole year since a lot happened to me. I've learned so much. For those that have been with me, like actually on my journey, in contact with me, will know, and will know that where I am today, it's only but by the grace of God, and I've done some tremendous work to get here. So what I look for in a friend are friends who challenge me. I feel like a lot of people don't like to be challenged. Like, I don't have many friends that sit there and are like, oh Nash, they're there. Like, when I tell them something that I'm going through, they rarely do that. And that's because what purpose does that serve? They're always challenging my perspective. Like, okay Nash, you're going through this and I understand you feel this way, but they always challenge me. So I look for a challenger. I look for somebody who has a good heart, because if you don't have a good heart, what are you gonna do to me? Do you know what I mean? Scary. I think a lot of people would be expecting me to say like a Christian, but I don't think it's fair to just limit your friendships to Christians. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not right. You shouldn't only mix with Christians because you're a Christian. I have non-Christian friends that are absolutely amazing. Obviously the goal is to get them to Christ, period, but just because they're not, it doesn't mean that I don't I'm not their friend. So yeah guys, I just blended that out. And then I'm gonna go in with my setting powder in a bit, but I just want to go with my eyebrows again. Another quality I look for in a friend is they have to be easygoing / not take things too seriously, because my banter can be very harsh and I can be a very harsh friend. A lot of people may get triggered by me and what I say and how I am, so I need you to be able to just not take things too seriously. One, because especially when my friends come to me when they're going through something, I could be very harsh in a good way, because I don't believe in you walloping in your feelings. Like, where's that gonna get us? So I'll challenge them and tell them to pattern up. Like, you can cry, but pattern up after, do you know what I mean? Our trait is also trustworthy. Guys, it's really hard to multitask, so I really apologize that I haven't really ever done one of these before. But also a trustworthy person, because I'm someone, not that I go through a lot, but I have a lot of challenging things that happen in my life, and sometimes I need to just offload that onto somebody. So I'm now using Sleek. I think it's like a contour concealer or something. I don't really know. I told you I'm not a makeup babe. Yeah, so only that's trustworthy, because if you're not trustworthy, then it's scary. When I need to tell you stuff and confide in you, because I just need to offload. I need somebody who I know is not going to go anywhere. And I think there's other things, but it's hard to like really pinpoint, because all my friends are kind of different. But for the most part, all of them are easygoing, like don't take things too seriously, and I think that's the main thing, because life's too short, do you know what I mean? Life's way too short. The last question is, how do you balance being a CEO and everything else with such excellence? Girl, stop it. That was a really nice one. How do I balance it? See, I would think that I don't really balance it, do you know what I mean? I feel like I've been really bad at that. But I would say I put in a lot behind the scenes. I put in a lot behind the scenes, and those closest to me would know that. Like, I put in so much behind the scenes that it's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. I set very high standards for myself. Setting a high standard can sometimes be bad, because sometimes you aim for perfection rather than excellence. What it does is, because my standards are so high, if I drop below my standard, it's above average anyway. Does that make sense? And so that's why it's a semi-good thing, because even if it drops, it's already above what most people work at anyway. So it's not terrible, if that makes sense. I also have a really good community around me of people that work at excellence as well. So if I'm to slack, that wasn't smart, was it? If I was to slack, I'm gonna feel like the idiot, because a lot of people around me work at excellence anyway. And again, like, this links to fire spreads. So if you're around people that are of excellence, you're only gonna be that too. You know, you've heard the saying, if you hang around turkey, you're gonna be dead by Christmas. It's really the truth. What you surround yourself with is not always what you become, because you can defy your environment, you know what I mean? But for the most part, you may just become that. Recently, I've just been working on structure. I think excellence coincides with structure. If you don't have structure, you just be doing things willy-nilly. Forget. You just be doing stuff just for the sake of it. Do you know what I mean? But when you have structure, you can also be accountable for what you do. Sorry, I can't talk. My eyelashes are on, which is good. Yeah, so sorry guys, I told you sometimes I'm bad with multitasking. But yeah, I think I was saying that, like, I surround myself with people that are of excellence too. So like, if you're surrounded by such people like that, automatically you just become like them as well. And then lastly, I would say the grace of God. Like, God always pushes me to be a better version of myself, a version of myself that I didn't even know existed. So he pushes me into that also. And then lastly, I would say it's just in me. And this is not even me bragging, this is just me knowing who I am, what I'm like. And for anybody that knows me, anything that I do, especially when it comes to my business, that y'all better get following at Peckish Petals. I'll put it there, and at the End Kitch. I do food and cakes and stuff like that, guys, and catering and all of that lovely stuff. Yeah, it's just a part of me. When it comes to my business, it's more than a business to me. It's my heart, it's my legacy. And so I put in 100 with more or less anything. Like, this is just me as a person, in my appearance, in my like social media, even my room, like everything I put 100% in. And that's just, it's just a standard. That's, for me, that's very normal. So it's definitely something that God's just embedded in me to be like, and I thank him for it, because excellence will take you far, and excellence will set you apart from the crowd. So yeah, guys, that is a little get ready with me. That is what I do when I'm getting ready to go to work, go out, you know, all of that stuff. I'm gonna do a little highlighter. Let me know if you want another one of these. I don't know if I was any good at it, but you know what, it's worth a try, and I want to connect with you guys on a deeper level as well. I don't want to just, sorry, I don't want to just talk at you, I want to talk with you. Excellence, I would also say, is a choice. It's a choice. You have to choose to be excellent. It's not just going to come like that. Are you telling me that this is not my hair? And it's glueless? Y'all better start playing with my sis, and just hope that you enjoyed the video. I know it's been a while, and as I said, I'm gonna aim to do these type of videos once a week. Not these type, but videos once a week. Have an upload once a week, because I believe it's important to be consistent. And this helps me, like, this channel pushes me, it helps me, and I want you guys to be interactive. DM me, follow me on the gram, and let me know what you'd like to see also, because this channel is not all about me. Like, it's not actually all about you in life. It's really, really not. But yeah, guys, this, excuse the mess around here, girls, you know, when you get ready, it happens. But this is the finishing product. Just look at that. This is my everyday makeup look. Like, I went from 100, because I'm always 100, to 1,000 real quick. But yeah, guys, anyway, I'm feeling myself, as you can see, but I also don't want to be late for work. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to share, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.